Ellen is inquisitive, she's brave, and she feels alone. I think it's been quite a challenging experience understanding the character of Ellen, as is with many of the characters in this play. There's a lot of layers to reveal in the actual text. It can be quite lyrical, quite obscure at times, and so you have to do a lot of digging to piece together who these characters are and what makes them tick. For me, it was really important to start with the basics, the given circumstances, what the script was supplying as the facts of the situation for Ellen and for her husband Tom. And from there to start to build up her point of view so that every time an event occurs, or she's receiving new information, or she's responding to something another character's saying, I could respond myself out of a clear sense of Ellen's truth. The challenge with this play is that Ellen's truth is constantly shifting and changing. She's bringing into question everything that she once held as certain. And I think that's the core of the journey for Ellen and Tom, is whether the two of them are prepared to entertain possibility, prepared to embrace uncertainty. And we find that Ellen comes around to that point of view, that she is willing to be open to possibility, to the unknown, but unfortunately Tom is still clinging to the certainties of the life that they had back home. And so I think it's quite sad. I think both characters want the same thing, but in different ways. They both want to be together, but it's this image for me of almost like as soon as Ellen turns to Tom with an offer, Tom turns away, and the moment Tom turns to Ellen with an offering, she turns away. It's like their timing is out of sync, and so they can't quite come together to meet. So I feel there's a sadness to Ellen, but in the end she leaves, I think, showing her bravery. She doesn't know what she's walking out into. She has no idea what will be her future, but she's willing to take that step of faith regardless. I found it really helpful. Our director, Kathy Hunt, she loves to be inspired by other sources, other resources, stimulus such as images, quotes, other literary texts, and that helps to stimulate the history for Ellen, for me, and then provides the stakes that Ellen has in terms of what she has to lose, what's the consequences, what's the cost if she doesn't achieve her objectives. So things like really observing every line that's coming at me from another actor and really absorbing it and hearing it for the first time and asking myself questions like, is this good for me? Is this bad for me? And when I speak a line of dialogue, what am I hoping the response will be back? What's the best case scenario? What's the worst case scenario? What are the questions that are too hard to ask, too painful, too costly? And to have them sitting below the surface.